Tonight, from Oklahoma City, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Oklahoma City Bisons taking on the Dublin Antlers.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Dublin Antlers and the Oklahoma City Bison. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Oklahoma City team as they interplay here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at the man under center, now in his 8th season in the National Football League.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Calhoun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
To throw on 3rd down, Calhoun. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league. Now in his 5th year at quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Anderson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harvey. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Running right, Portis. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Anderson. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll give this up the middle to Portis. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Anderson. And he'll find Hall. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw. Anderson. That's complete right around the 8. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down. An inside give. Here's Portis. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness, just about got him into the end zone.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Anderson. Touchdown! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bisons put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, so you'll get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their 1st drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Running straight ahead, Taylor. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 89 yards, and a touchdown.
I have to say, partner, their coaches didn't do a very good job of hiding their thoughts this week when they spoke with us, did they? They told us exactly this. We've been good on the ground, but sitting 8th in the league, we know we can kick it up a notch and push for the top 5. So there's no doubt in my mind, we'll see them try to establish that ground game early and try and pick up an early lead.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Calhoun. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Calhoun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
To throw on 2nd down. Calhoun, he finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the give, here's Portis. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Here's Anderson from the gun on 3rd down. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They hand it off to Portis. And he'll work down inside the 45. Anderson looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give, left side, it's Portis. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll ball. It's another first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. And what I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10. Drops this one off to Portis. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Off the play fake. Anderson. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6 as his guys are able to extend their lead.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Dublin's offense now set to take over. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Off play action. Calhoun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Operating from the gun. Calhoun, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. In trouble, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, nice move. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll go right back to the ground with Portis. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now Anderson to throw on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On 1st and 10, Anderson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Dublin's offense now set to take over.
And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing on 1st down. Calhoun looking middle, and that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. They run once more with Taylor.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Calhoun. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 34.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this, it just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Antlers have got it back to within a score. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Now for the point after. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. Just a 4-play drive that time. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Back to throw. Anderson.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And he comes back with one complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He finds his man complete. That's Harvey.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. To throw is Anderson, throwing on first down.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Anderson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now a carry for Portis. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 65 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Remaining in this first half of football. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Anderson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there.
His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bisons go up by 2 touchdowns.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead is up to 14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Dublin's offense now set to take over. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Back to throw. Anderson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Anderson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And for the second time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Calhoun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun. Calhoun firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. The Eagles struggling to find their footing early in the year, still looking for their first win after 3 straight losses. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Trevor Lawrence, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football between the LA Rams and the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Anderson now. Off play action. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Anderson got his man complete over the middle. It's Harvey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here's Anderson on 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Harvey. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Anderson looking to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Here's Portis. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 77 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up.
Now there's room to roam.
Looking to throw. Anderson. And it's caught. Touchdown. from 8 yards out. And the Bisons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Calhoun. And this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Calhoun. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing to start the drive. Anderson. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2nd down and 8. They'll run it here with Portis. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing 3rd down. Back to throw. Anderson. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bisons have opened the lead up to 30. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Calhoun.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
Now Anderson to throw on 2nd down.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Anderson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Anderson over the middle. It's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. To throw is Anderson from the gun on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
A run with Portis. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
94 yards on the ground for him now, as he's done that on 15 carries.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Right back to him on 1st down. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. Back to throw. Anderson.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they have been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick six.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
A try here for the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Throwing again, Anderson. He finds his man, complete. It's Fox. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Anderson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than 1 play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
And that pickup of a first down That's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Anderson now on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Operating from the gun, Anderson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Here's Anderson to throw on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake. Calhoun. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them. Go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
Looking to throw. Calhoun. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. Calhoun. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. 2nd and 15. Looking to throw. Calhoun. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
35 yards that time on the punt. Dublin's offense now set to take over. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
To throw on 2nd down, Calhoun firing quickly here, and that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout.
and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On first down, Calhoun. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Anderson from the gun on 3rd down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Oklahoma City, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.